in the last 3-4 weeks, beginning from the April vigil, I began to talk about having something to show for life, the work of our hand, the fruit of our thoughts. The following Sunday, I did something in continuation of that. Last week, Thursday, just this last Thursday, we also talk about how to win in life. Stronger than opposition, no matter where the opposition is coming from. We talk about problem being ladder to our next level. If you don't write exam, don't expect to see results. When you face the challenges, you get to the other side of sharing testimony. And every storm you are facing right now is a ladder to your next level. Behind the trouble is glory. After the dark night is a bright day. If you don't face the challenges, you can't share testimony. The word testimony test, then you can now have something good to say. So you don't face the test, you can't give a testimony. Many want to share testimony, but they don't want the challenges. This afternoon, I want to share with you how to remain relevant in this age and time. In this age and time, many are no longer relevant. And that's why when you see organization downsizing, they get rid of people they feel their impact is not much on the organization. I'll take my anchor text for this afternoon from Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. He has made us. He's not going to make us. We are already made. Say amen to that. He has made us unto our God kings and priests. And what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to remain relevant on the earth. King James Version says we are to reign on the earth. Another translation, in fact, the original rendering of this particular scripture, the word reign there means king. We are to king on the earth. Reign supremely, king in life. When they find you in any area, you are to reign in that area, not to see shame. In your office, you are meant to reign. In your family, you are meant to reign. Is somebody saying amen to that? He has made us kings and priests to our God, and we should reign. We should king. We should be in charge on the earth. We should rule on the earth. So let's look at the word reign. Reign means to rule, to exercise dominion, dominating power, dominating influence. Reign. And that is a key word in that scripture, to reign on the earth, to be in charge in life, to king in life, to remain relevant in life. And that's why this afternoon I want to talk about how to remain relevant in this age and time. In this age and time where people are optimizing resources. In this age and time where very soon knowing debit credit will not get you a job. Inanimate objects will do debit credit, and they are already doing it. QuickBooks, Sage, SAP, Oracle Financials are doing debit credit. All you need is just to, and they process it. In fact, you can make mistake, they can make mistake. They'll P&L, and you have something perfect. In between, you can put sales in creditors because they are both credit. Have you seen that before? Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Where somebody says it's all credit, just put it somewhere. I've seen sales in director's current account as an auditor. But the question is, how do I remain relevant? Where computer is taking over human's job. And I think they did a research and they said legal profession, accounting, most of the prime profession that we pride ourselves to go to university to read, in few years from now, computer is going to take over. Artificial intelligence is going to take over. They have identified accounting profession as one of the professions that is easily a computer can do what we are doing. And they proved it in America, where an artificial intelligence took over the legal profession. Somebody went to court with a very wonderful case, and they took a very good lawyer, best lawyer, to research what happened, what is the condition precedent, what happened in this case. But this computer, they just told him, this man killed somebody. This is how it happened. Go and defend the person. And the man can put together how I defended somebody who committed crime and how I won. So the computer can put together cases of all. Here's the best lawyer, the computer won. And that proves that legal organization, can you defend me? They say you are going to jail. Don't hire me. You have just lost the case. The computer will tell you. Medicine. There's telemedicine. So I have Eric. He says they have to code it. And it gets to a point where if it was not coded right. Have you spoken to a computer? Press 1. You get to a point, it will tell you, I don't understand what you are saying. It shows the code has broken down. What that particular artificial intelligence understands is either can I pass you now to an operator? Have you heard that before? And then you go to an operator who has sense. The sense of the computer has broken down. It's a complex issue it cannot handle. Now, the question is, how do you get to that point where in this age and time you are relevant? Computer can't replace you. They can't downsize and ask you to go first. Can I hear amen from somebody? So you must work on yourself to become, the word relevance means to be significant, to be suitable, to be material, to be weighty, to be in tune, to be germane, to remain material in your place of work, in your assignment, in your business, in all that you do. And may I say to you this afternoon, God wants you to remain relevant in your career. Computer will not take over your role. No, you don't need to say. It's going to be like a joke. Computer used to be in a big room like this, and they will give it all the air conditioning, all the fan to cool the computer. But right now, small device can perform extremely well. Extremely well. They are performing more than many computers put together. Complex situation and very small in size. And that's the age we are living. Invention, technology, innovation. And God is saying he wants you, no matter the technology, invention, he wants us in this church to remain relevant in this age and time, to remain relevant in our career. I say it again, if in your organization they can do without you, it's not only in the organization, it's going to affect every sphere of life. Because somebody whose economic power has been taken from him, he doesn't have a job. In family, he will not be relevant. In the church, it will not be relevant. They are doing departmental week and they ask you to contribute 20,000 and you are speaking in tongues. Or you are now say, well, that church, all they know is money, money, money. I go and tell pastor, is it about money? Let's just go and have a wonderful week. How can you have a wonderful week? Money is a defense. May you not be speaking in tongues when it's time to perform. You go to a supermarket and my church is PACM. Ziga Galadudu Bagba. They will give you Bagba on your lips. When it's time to perform, it's not time to speak in tongues. When it's time to pay school fees, it's not time to be absent and say, I'm going to the mountain. You will come back from the mountain and meet your responsibility. Praise the Lord. So God wants us to be relevant in our career, in our business, in our family. He wants us to be relevant among our friends. He wants us to be relevant in Nigeria, in our nation. He wants us to be an important personality in all that we lay our hands to do. I hear a statement all the time. They say, no man is indispensable. Have you heard it before? But it's not true. When this grace for relevance is upon your life, when the grace for relevance is upon your life, you become indispensable. When you are not there, the system will look for you. And it's not like you are locking the entire system, putting it in your pocket, but you are just too relevant to be ignored. Too important for them to do away with you. Can I encourage somebody to work on himself to that level? That when you are not in your bank, they feel your absence. And when you tell them, I want to resign my appointment, they are begging you. Who is that person here this afternoon? Not that when you turn in your letter, everybody, they'll go and do Thanksgiving in the church. Say, thank God. Wahala has gone, mentor told me. He said, at the time, their church wanted to relocate, just like we relocated from 2 to 22. They wanted to relocate from some part of the city to another part. He said he prayed that some members will not follow them. Problematic members. They are not in this church. Very loving member we have in this church. Very loving member. I was surprised that a pastor could pray that God, take this member, take them, go and give them to another pastor. Problematic. So, how do you get to a point where you resign your appointment, everybody is begging you? Oh God, don't go. Even cleaner is begging you. Office assistant is begging you. MD. Thank God. That man in finance has gone finally. To sign overtime allowance is a problem for him. He's gone finally. That's what God is saying this afternoon. He wants us to get to a point where we are so relevant in our family, in our career, in anything that we do. Consider. Except the company is going to collapse completely. And I pray for someone here, your company will not collapse. So he has made us king and prince unto our God, that we should reign. We should be relevant in life. We should be in charge in life. We should king in life. Isaiah 60 verse 1 to 3 talk about when darkness covered the earth. Verse 60 verse 1, he said, arise, shine, because your light is come. The glory of God is risen upon you. Darkness shall cover the earth, gross darkness the people. He said, but the Lord shall rise upon you, and his glory shall be seen in your life. And when this verse 3, Gentile will come to your light. Say amen to that. Amen. And kings to the brightness of your rising. I have told you before, kings don't go for people who are down. They go for the best. Kings to the brightness of your rising. If you're a carrier of this glory that I'm talking about, this grace for relevance, kings will look for you. It doesn't matter where you are. They look for you. They look for the grace of God that is upon your life. This grace will make you shine above your age. Have you seen in the last camp program a boy of 19 years coming to give testimony of being a financial controller? ACA at 18, a financial controller at 19. And truly, I've never seen that before. It doesn't matter the company. He's a financial controller. Doesn't matter the country. And he said something. He said, I am the youngest financial controller in Nigeria. Wow. And I read his testimony. Can I tell you, he's from ProTrack. Ikorodu, that school is at Ikorodu. So it doesn't matter whether you are in Bete or in Goshen or Kenaland. This guy is from Ikorodu at 19. ACA financial controller. Watch out for that man. He's coming back to give more testimony. Because the anointing to shine early is upon his life. David was solving national problem at 17. Goliath was a concern. Is released again upon your life. Please work hard on yourself. Don't think you still have time. Every second you are getting older. You must be an achiever. You must have something to show for life. You must be relevant in this age and time. One of the scriptures I use at the camp is Isaiah 65 verse 8, where I talked about when you carry blessing, they can't discard you. When you carry blessing, they can't throw you into the dustbin. in the cluster. Somebody tells you, oh, there is content in it. There is blessing upon it. Don't destroy it. He says, so I will do for my servant's sake. I will not destroy them. When you carry this blessing, carry this grace for relevance, you can't be destroyed. When they are looking for people to retrench, they can't touch you. They can't throw you away. Because the grace, the anointing for relevance is upon your life. I'm here to say to somebody, the current challenge you are facing in your company is meant for you to shine. The current challenges they are throwing at you is a ladder for you to get to the top. If Goliath did not come down, David will never find his way to the palace. Your current challenges is your way. Tell the Holy Ghost to help you out of that task. How do I go about this, Jesus? And before you know it, you begin to get international recognition. The same way David was promoted. David brought down Goliath in chapter 16 of 1 Samuel. By chapter 17, David was already in the palace. The king was already chasing the land in Nigeria. Now there is a group called Not Too Young to Run. 17 years want to contest with Mr. President. Not too young to run. Don't despise the day of little beginning. If we can get it right, particularly those children we pray for today, I tell you, excellent children coming out of this ministry. Those of you listening to me, you're getting it right from now. No more shame. David became relevant from the age of 17. Goliath came down, all eyes focused on him. The king was looking for him. His brothers can't stop it anymore. You know, the brothers always put him in the background. But the moment he solved a national problem, his brothers were too small for him. Saul was now chasing David. The contest now is not at the family level anymore. It has come now to the level of presidency. I tell you, that's the kind of thing that will happen this year. The people you are going to be competing with, discussing with, the level you will be operating, it will be global level. Yeah. You won't play Enyimba again. I'm talking about international. It was a global match. Do you know how many billions of people watched the UEFA final last night? All over the world. And I told my wife as we watched that match, the moment they injured the champion of Liverpool, I said, can you imagine? This guy has done wonderful. He's the best player in England for this year. And now he's now at the world level. It disappointed us. Or Matthew, disappointed Matthew. Biggest point. On your day of glory, may you not be injured. You don't understand the magnitude of what happened to that young guy yesterday. Maybe that young guy will have been voted the best player in the world after that match yesterday. I'm sure he will still be voted. You know, and but he didn't finish it. It's a great minus. It's like on your wedding day, after wearing your trouser, you just want to go, and before you know, you hit your leg and you can't walk again. On wedding day. No. that enemy from your father's house. I'm sure if Salah had been going to MFM, they would have helped him yesterday. There will be a lot of die. Salah, get on, Salah. Praise the Lord. How did we get into that at all? God wants us to be relevant. Relevant for all seasons. Not just for one time. Relevant for all time. He wants us to shine. He wants us to solve global problems. He doesn't want you to play at the low level. You know, there are people who are keeping you behind. The brothers of David, they don't want him to shine. They will tell him, go and meet the sheep. But when the time for David to shine, when that time came, they can't stop it. David began to play at presidency level. When the presidency needed somebody to play well, they went beyond all. By 17, he was already in the palace. I read another story about Daniel. Daniel was a man who survived many presidents, survived many kings. But this particular one, worthy of relevance, is in chapter 5, 25 to turn the wall. And he called all his magicians. Read this thing. Number one, they couldn't see it. I tell you, the problems others cannot solve, God will give you the wisdom to solve them. They couldn't see the handwriting. Talk less of reading it or interpreting it. And they now call a slave boy called Daniel. Daniel got there and he said, Mene, mene, teke, or Francine. And the king says, meaning, he said, it means God has weighed you in the balance. You are found wanting. Your kingdom will be taken from you and given to another person that is better than you. Somebody was reading your death warrant. And the king was happy. In verse 30, the Bible says, the king promoted him. No, go to 29. Go to 29. And then commanded Belshazzar, that's the king, that they clothed Daniel with scarlet and put a chain of gold around his neck and make a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler at your death warrant. And in verse 30, see what happened. Then that night, Belshazzar, the king of Chaldea, was killed. The man promoted him in 29. The following verse, he died. Your promotion will come. Amen. Before your helper give up. Amen. Daniel reading of that thing in verse 26 to 28 brought the death of the king. Yet the king promoted him. It's like somebody saying, what can you read on the wall? He said, I have weighed you in the balance. You have been found wanting. Your kingdom will be taken from you and given to somebody else. It means, king, put your house in order. You are ready to die. And immediately, verse 29, the king said, after all, nobody could tell me what is there. I promote you to be third in command. In following verse, he died. The prophecy of Daniel came to pass. Daniel solved a problem that others could not solve. God created that problem. No other person. Stop running away from challenges. They are ladder for the throne. Stop running away from challenges. They are opportunity for somebody here to shine. And Daniel survived many kings because of this gift and this grace that God gave to him. Another man is Joseph. The king had a dream. This time around, the king said, my dream, but I want somebody who can tell me the dream and the interpretation. What a king. And all the wise men, Genesis chapter 41, nobody could interpret the dream. Nobody could even tell the dream. And they said, oh, the only man who can tell you your dream and interpret is in the prison. The king said, I don't care. Even if the person is in the dungeon, bring him out. They brought Joseph out. Joseph told the king his dream. He interpreted it. And immediately the king promoted Joseph and made him a prime minister in the land. And said to him that nobody will lift a hand or a finger in this kingdom except by your approval. I can imagine the man who sent him to prison. What will happen to that? Be some issues that will come your way. Face them. Some challenges, face them. They are ladder for you to be a prime minister. Ladder for your throne. Ladder for your next level. In the family, face it. In your place of work, face it. Stop running and preach it. Like Daniel did. Like Joseph did. Some of them you have to face it and say, this activity of the devil, stop! Last Thursday, we saw how Jesus rebuked the wind and everybody became afraid. They said, even the storm and the sea, they obey him. Some storm in your marriage, rebuke it. Curse that evil force that want to scatter your marriage. Jesus did that. You can do it. In your place of work, somebody is giving you a challenge. Take it to the spiritual level and settle the matter. Go to the office the following day and the man, you will see a reversal. You have passed the journey overnight. You get there, the same person who says, I will sack you, is smiling. One of our brothers from Abuja, somebody told him, I said, we are going to sack you, we are going to do this. You will see what I will do to you in this organization. The same man who was boasting, a few months after that boast, he stole the organization money. EFCC arrested him. As I'm talking now, he's in jail. And he has been boasting, I will sack you. I will do this to you. He has been sacked, is in jail right now. Nobody can successfully fight a genuine Christian. If you fight a Christian to remain relevant in this age and time, number one, you must be skillful and diligent. How to become relevant in this age and time. Number one, you must be skillful and diligent. Proverbs 22:29, see a man that is diligent in his business, hardworking in his business. He will stand before king, and he will not stand before ordinary men. I charge this church again. If you want to remain relevant in this age and time, you must be skillful and diligent. Do your business with passion. Give your assignment time. Be a specialist in your area of calling. If you're a management accountant, be the best. Don't try to be a financial accountant if that is the area God has called you. Know everything about your area. Those of you who are into investment banking, be the best. I charge those who are working in the bank here. If you are working in the bank as a marketer or an operation person, begin to pray yourself out of that department. Can you come and put money in our bank? Can you open current account? Can you open? Because the parameter for judging you is that how many savings account have you opened this month? That's not a job. So the bank is still a job because that is how to grow their own business. But to a professional, you need something that can give me 500,000. Anybody can do that. And that's why some mediocres in the banking sector, people who did not even go to school, they promote them because they have deposits. They said, this person knows one senator who gave her 2 billion. So now she's now the boss of all the marketers. Bring more of the 2 billion. So they give her the position. But let that person resign as a marketer in the bank and go and work for PhD. He will be speaking in tongue. Nothing to market. Because that place, they are not looking for money. You know, what they look for is somebody who can use the sense to promote the business of others. You must have wit as a marketer to survive in an advertising industry. Not look for deposit. That's why I'm saying people who are in the banking center, you must carefully. I have 2 of our sisters here who used to work as a teller in the bank. When they got their ATS, the ICSL, they went. You may have some challenge in terms of resources right now. Don't sacrifice your future for this small peanut, 55,000. There are people who are doing ICSL. They started with 55,000. They promoted them. It is not up to 100,000 as I speak. There's no future there. The future is, if you want to remain in the banking center, look for a specialized field and be a major in that specialized field. When you are not there, nobody can move in your area. Then I know you have started. Used. This ceremony yesterday, and I saw you at the wedding. You are comparing yourself with me. Me, I can go to 10 weddings in a day. And as I was seeing you at the wedding yesterday, I was laughing at myself. I said, look at this man. What are you doing here? And there was an opportunity for you to upgrade. Yeah, see a man who is diligent in his business for relevance. When they are looking for people who are doing V-look, you will tell them about the wedding you attended yesterday. You say, do wedding look for them. Praise the Lord. You want to be relevant in this age and time, you must be diligent. Give your business all it takes. Don't go into any trade you don't understand. That is Warren Buffett's principle. Warren Buffett said, I don't invest on anything I don't know. I only put my money in trade I understand. So don't tell me because you have small money, you now go and open a supermarket, they will eat you finish. There's one supermarket like that in my area, compete with Igbo boys who are trained when they were 12 on grocery business. The boy will start as a shop. Before you know it, it has become a big supermarket. In my area, they call one wise buyer. Now, they are now going upstairs. The whole place is filled up. People park their car to go and buy there. There's one at the Sherry here. What do they call that one? The Prince at the Sherry here. These guys are not schooled, though. They are not educated, but they know the trade. So if you want to come shop right, everybody go there, everybody will come inside. It will expire. Only you, when you eat, and you are satisfied, your husband will eat. Your children will eat. Nobody partner because you don't know the trade. Even boys that did not go to school will thrive because they know where to buy. They know who to sell to. They know marketing gimmicks. This is Igbo boy trade. They just call it a very fantastic name. Wise buyer. I'm a wise buyer. So the day I got there and I wanted to check out of what I bought, and the young lady there was asking me, do you need our priority card, our loyalty card? I said, what is the meaning of that? He said, you know, as a customer, we'll give you points. And I begin to see marketing strategy for somebody here just for today. I want you to be relevant, be diligent. Let the accountant here be the best. As an employer of labor, I have seen a lot of gap, knowledge gap. People you think they know, they don't know. When they are looking for people and say, okay, I think I need only 5 resources for this job. I want the 5 best. I don't want 5 liability. I don't want 5 people. I have to explain and explain and explain and explain. That's one thing I hate. When I tell you something once, you should get it once. And get it more than once. Run with it. I use in explaining things to you, I will have used in doing something else. If you go by ICANN rating, what is my word per hour? Can you pay for it? And I want you to have mercy on me. Some of the people that come to pastor's office, you will tell me the story of your life for 30 minutes. Other people are waiting. 30 minutes is gone in hearing story. You had the snake came out, how the lion came out, and all that. What is the main problem? And you see, after listening to that snake and lion, it may be, Pastor, I need 20,000 naira to pay for my exam fee, and I need this. No. You don't need all that story. Be professional. I like the professionalism in us to come out. If we want to remain relevant, we have to be diligent. We have to be skillful. We need all the skill for us to compete internationally. Let your business give it international dimension. Those of you who have received inspiration from the message preached during April Vigil and all the things we have been saying, don't go and register a company and call it Jehovah Now Nigeria Limited. You don't need all the Christians' name. Give me a good name. Give me what class name. What's Jehovah Now business? And people say this is Jehovah Now. I would rather go to Muhammad Now business. Give your name a world-class name. Look for something great and connect with. Let us see excellence the moment we enter the door of your business. We don't want to see, mediocrity. Those of you who are writing an exam, give us excellence when they release the results. And it starts from what you do with your time right now. All the time you spend on irrelevant, put it towards the task, the assignment that God has given to you. Can I hear amen from someone? I'd like us to lift up our hand and ask God for grace to be diligent in all that we do. Ask for grace. This afternoon, pray the anointing for relevance to rest upon me. Grace to be world-class in my business. Grace to be diligent in all I lay my hand upon. That grace. Ask God for that grace. The grace, the anointing to remain relevant in our career, in our business. We want to remain alive. We don't want to be mediocres. The anointing, the grace, the power to remain relevant, we receive today. We receive diligence. We receive hard work. We receive creativity. Lift up your voice and pray for yourself.